In progress.
Okay, can we all stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for coming. Jesse, can you read the beginning passage?
Yes. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been met by transmitting the notice of the regular meeting to the Commissioner's official newspaper on February 6, 2025, posting the notice where required and filing a copy of the notice with the Commission clerk. The Deal Lake Commission meeting will be audio and videotaped and will be shown on APTV, Optimum 77, and throughout most of Monmouth County on BIOS 28.
Oh.
Take a roll call. Allenhurst? Asbury Park?
Yes, here.
Is Bobby there?
He's not on.
Interlaken? Here. Lock Harbor?
Here.
Neptune?
Here.
Yay.
Hello.
And Ocean.
Here.
Tonight, we have a resolution to approve the minutes of the regular meeting from August 21st, 2025.
I'll offer Asbury Park.
Thank you. Second? Interlaken? Thank you. Allenhurst? I'm not here, I'm sorry. Asbury Park?
Yes.
Interlaken?
Yes.
Lock Harbor?
Yes.
And Ocean.
Yes.
We have a resolution tonight to approve the treasurer's report and pay bills. Margot, do you have the?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
There was
Okay,
one change on one that was sent out under total disbursements for approval. It should read 9/18/2025. The one that I sent out says 8/21/2025.
oh, sorry,
Nope, that's okay. I just got it this afternoon.
Oh,
okay. So should I read it as it was before I got this morning, when I got it this morning?
The one that says 9/18/2025. Total disbursements for approval.
But that was 463.66.
Same numbers.
Same numbers,
Okay.
nothing changes.
the date on top.
Okay.
Yeah.
For September 18th, this morning, September 18th, 2025, total on deposit, $152,210.55. Total receipts, $436.66. Total disbursements, $20,021.68. And new current balance, $132,625.23.
Okay, so someone offered the treasury report and pay the bills?
So moved.
Second,
I'll second Asbury Park.
Asbury Park,
Yes.
Interlaken?
Yes.
Lock Harbor,
Yes,
Neptune,
Yes.
and Ocean.
Yes.
Okay, the stormwater management.
Okay. So we're well on our way to getting this project done, which is great. Bids were open yesterday and we have the results. Who would like to read those results? Mr.
I was
Avakian?
elected.
Thank you very much.
How many years have we been working on this?
It's
Probably started in 2022 with the grant.
22, correct.
Yeah,
Correct. And we had a little insurance issue.
so it's been about 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to a point where we waited for DEP to approve our grant agreement, which we had for at least 14 months. After which they approved the grant agreement and then said you have 12 months to get the project out to bid and build it. And that was, you know, if we hadn't actually fast tracked and started the project earlier, we never would have been able to get that done.
Right.
But we did. And my thanks to Don and myself, thanks to Stevens here in the audience, did work on it in our office. And Dave Howarth was my principal engineer on the project in our office, who did a lot of the work out in the field. He and I went out in the field, Stephen, and got it done. Steve did the wetlands vegetation, 4 rain gardens, 4 generically call them storm scepters. They're more technical devices where the storm water will come in from the parking lot of CV Square Mall into these basins. It will remove petrochemicals, remove sediments, remove floatables. All the trash will be maintained and removed from the basins we put in. They then go into existing basins that are there in the ring road accessing Cedar Square Mall, and then the water will go into the swales, I call them, or drainage swales, and then be cleaner when it runs under Route 35 into Terrace Pond. So hopefully we don't have that same issue of sediment going into Terrace Pond in the future. Here's what happened. We talked about the project a couple times. Last time it was close to being finished. It was finished, went out to bid. We had 4 bidders interested. We had 2 bid proposals taken out. One was by Burke Construction bidding under Sewer Rat Solutions from Ocean. One was Precise Construction, who was the contractor who worked on our project on Memorial Drive and Grand Avenue in Asbury Park. The high bid was $579,000. The low bid was $493,000, $493,270 within our grant amount. And our recommendation tonight is to award this project to Precise Construction, Freehold, New Jersey, in the amount of $493,270, subject to DEP administrative approval and review and confirmation of available funding. We know the funding is available at the state. We know that Ocean Township has agreed to assist in the financing of the project, so we don't necessarily have to wait for the money to come in from the state before we pay the contractor. But money's in place, and our recommendation is to award the bid to Precise.
Just for reference purposes, I put up on the screen the area of the subject area.
Great.
So we're highlighting it right now. It
That's
says-
it. You got
Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I lost it.
I see.
Hold on. There
There
it
you
is.
go.
So it's these 2 green areas here
Yep.
Mhm.
that we're working in, and both these will be containment areas. We'll have with rain gardens on 2 on each side of the entranceway. You guys know the entranceway coming off of 66. To the left and right of that is where the project is. The old Acme building is here.
Yeah.
We're circling, and then the PetSmart building's over here. So just to give you.
So that entire paved area at the top of the screen, between 40 and 50, I think it was about 42 acres of pavement and buildings,
drains into the.
is all gonna drain into these basins.
So it'll slow it down too when it enters the lake, right?
Absolutely.
Which is really
Yep.
important.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Um,
Big storms, another story, but I mean,
well, the units will hold the sediment, but it allows a larger storm to bypass the weir, so it doesn't disrupt everything. It'll just go over the top of the weir and go into the basin and out. There's not a lot of,
right now what they have there is these four devices that kind of act like a treatment device, but all the water goes in there, and literally when in big storms, the tops, the lids blow off of them and they become a hazard. Actually, people walk into them and die, right? And I'm sure people, luckily, not many people walk around it. But there's treatment devices there that are there's stuff in the 70s, 80s. They're not very well done. They work, but Pete's guys are modifying them. They're going to become the diversion point, and we're going to have offset MTD. So 4 MTDs are going to go around that area, maybe 5. And that'll treat the water before it goes into the basins. So it's cleaner water going in. So at least the water's cleaner going to the lake and sitting in those basins. So the object is to have the water sit there longer period of time and
Right.
slowly release the water to the lake.
And the property owner maintains the basins
You got it. That's right. And the MTDs, they're supposed to clean up.
and the empties.
That's it, right?
More importantly.
That's right. Yep. So that's, thanks.
good job. Thank you.
Okay, so.
So we have a
you wanna
resolution
Go ahead.
awarding the bid for the LA Commission Water Quality Improvement Grant to Precise Construction Inc., Freehold, New Jersey, at a cost not to exceed $493,270. Someone please offer.
I'll open.
Second,
I'll second.
Okay, that's one.
thank you. Thank you.
And any discussion from the commissioners on the project?
At this point now, how long do you think that it'll be? Since, do we have, are they still holding us to that date that we originally had of what, 3 years, was it? And then we,
We're still bound by the agreement.
Yeah.
But showing this progress, entering into a contract and having the contractor order the materials and give us a schedule to start work will certainly,
Schedule is probably shouldn't, it's gonna have to be after Christmas time would be, shovels be, things would be dug up, I assume after Christmas time. We can't do anything before Christmas.
why?
Why?
Yeah, but-
We get prep, but I'm sure the mall doesn't want holiday.
Oh,
Right, they wouldn't want construction going on during,
well, this is offline.
yeah.
And
We'll
was that-
stay.
Was that major?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That was, I
I'm
think
gonna-
Dave talked to me about that.
Okay,
They don't start before December, they're gonna have to wait till the spring then.
no, they'll wait till the spring to do the wetland plantings in the basins,
Right.
yes. But as far as the construction, it's offline of the paving.
The key is the MTDs. We can
Yes.
get delivery of the MTDs and put them probably in the Monmouth County section. We can probably talk to Monmouth County and have them put over there.
But isn't
in the
the big
grassy
store
knoll,
going
too.
out, that at-home store? Isn't
Oh,
that?
no, I think so.
it'll have
Where are
all
those?
the-
Are they on that map,
big
the
parking lot will
MTDs?
be empty.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Are they on the map, the MTDs?
No, I haven't here.
You want to point to them? I mean, they're literally, there's two on the left side and two on the right.
Can we vote? Can we-
So,
Sure.
just to ask, I wasn't clear on the answer to that, Peter, is will the state still hold us to the date even though they held us up so long?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We're not asking for an extension.
Okay,
We think we're gonna be able to get it done within.
okay.
Okay,
Asbury Park?
Hospital?
no, we're going for a vote now. Go
We
ahead.
have to finish the.
Go ahead.
Which we should have done before.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Asbury Park,
Yes,
Interlaken.
Yes.
Loch Arbor,
Yes.
Neptune,
Yes.
and Ocean.
Yes.
So you don't
Now,
have to
you
do
don't say
nothing
doesn't
myself.
have anything.
Well,
You don't have to do anything.
Just on the curb.
any more questions?
We want to work on the sign.
What's that?
We had talked about. maybe
Yeah,
putting
Carol's
outside on the
promised
sign.
that she's gonna work on a sign that we're gonna post up.
So people will know.
people will know what's
going
going
on and who's responsible for. it.
Okay.
Oh, great. Oh, that's
I
wonderful.
think we should
I
do
think
that.
that's a good idea.
Great idea.
So Carol's gonna be working.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Thanks, thank you, Carol. Thank you. Carol.
That's great.
Okay, one second, I'll just look at a spot.
Shoreline protection.
do you want to take that off the screen, Don?
I am gonna do it right now.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Shoreline protection, I have no more updates on that. I did, do you have the oil on there?
Yes.
Yes, I do, have oil. Okay, I don't have it. Gene, do you have anything on that?
No, I don't. It is my intention to work on the minutes and send that to everybody of our last meeting. And then do you want to have another meeting with them? Because that was what how we left it was, they said that they would want something maybe in February, so
Sure, we can try to play that, sure. Why not?
in February.
And
Okay,
maybe
So
some of the-
once I get that written up, then I'll include that in the letter as how would it be to have a meeting with them in February? Since this has come up several times, we also want to speak about, because we were speaking primarily with enforcement people, but do we want to also speak, especially since we have this oil issue floating around still?
I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, so I just meant, do we want to have some of those people
Well,
involved with us?
Let me get to that in a minute. Okay, that's a whole nother category. Okay, thanks, Jeannie. The goose report, I sent it all to you guys and we had a very good report from the goose folks, which I was very pleased with. And we have it online now at the Deal Lake site. I don't know why I'm still doing that.
Yeah, 55.
You have
eggs.
you have the numbers. Thank you, Jeannie.
Yeah,
55 eggs were captured this year, or treated this year.
Wow.
I think it was 11 extra nests, I believe.
right, from last year, yeah.
And let me just get that up on the screen here. Like all this report's now on our website. And I'm just reading it here. It was 55 eggs, 18 nests. Last year we had 11 nests and 18.
Right.
So the big improvement there was the cooperation we had with the residents. They let more people let us on the property. And that's because the USDA mail stuff out prior to previous homeowners that had nests and us following up. Carol, myself, and I guess I was about it. Jeannie, I think, had one.
Yeah,
So we did a great job on it.
Yeah, the schools cooperated. We had some problems last year because the change in management.
Right. Okay.
Tom, what were the objections to doing that for the homeowners? What problem
They
did they have?
just wanted
They
the
wanted
young
to
to
see the baby
survive.
geese.
They wanted to see the baby geese.
They wanted the geese?
They
Oh my
didn't, they didn't want harm to come to geese. That was the bottom.
Yeah.
But
It took,
it's their choice. It's our property. It's their choice.
yeah, it's educating people. You know, I had the same, that happened when with the person in Asbury Park. The nest was there. We've seen that nest there before and he wouldn't allow it, but this year he did. I had to sit with them for like almost an hour to do, I mean, we didn't just talk about the geese, but you know, everything. And then eventually he said, give me that thing, I'll sign it.
Right.
Good.
Okay, thanks, Jeannie. 319 grant, the watershed plan. We have heard nothing on that. Steve, have you seen any information on that?
Nope, there's been nothing on the DEP website about, you know, when they're gonna announce the,
Yeah, what-
you know, who they're gonna award the grants to. So no, nothing on that.
Okay, what was that value of that we asked for? Was it
Oh, it wasn't a heck of a lot.
500,000, 400,000?
It was somewhere, yeah, it was somewhere around 475, and a lot of that was to cover the sampling that was going to be done by Clean Ocean Action in
Right.
support of the updated plan.
Okay, thanks. So we hopefully keep our fingers crossed on that.
Yep.
Fall cleanup, it's set, the big event, I just got a phone call yesterday from them, but I did have some inside information, which I dug into. Because I now know the head administrator there, and it's the 25th October, so we advertised that, and we got the folks from Monmouth County Clean Communities helping with that. So that's the lake lowering the week before. We're gonna have the lake lowered on the 19th, the night of the 19th. We'll pull the plug and open one gate, and we'll do it slowly. We're not gonna do it super fast, but
Will we get the run it back?
I hope we get permit. Yeah,
I sent it in. We'll
that's
send
right.
that.
Permit has been sent in.
Oh, Jesse, when you advertised this, or
Mhm.
did you already,
Mhm.
you did advertise it?
No,
No, we
no,
haven't
don't advertise it.
When
It's
when you
expensive.
do,
It's
yeah,
expensive, so I'm gonna wait till right before.
okay, will you make sure that the QR code gets on there for people to sign up? I sent you it last time, the
Yep.
same, the little
We do.
description
We
for
do.
people to get onto our email list.
Yeah.
It's already on our Facebook page advertising.
Yeah,
We're gonna get to
But
that.
when she advertises in the newspaper, it would be good to have that QR code there that people can
We
scan
can
it.
do that. I think she also does the leaf piece of it,
Mhm.
right? We do.
Do you need me to
If you
send you something, Jesse, or you have the old
Sure.
thing that I sent?
If it was the other one, I have it, but you should, you know what I
Send
need?
her another copy.
I need authorization to advertise.
Okay,
So moved. Second,
second, Asbury Park, second.
Okay. I'll spend up to $500.
all those in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Opposed?
Okay,
Okay.
I'll send you something again.
Okay, thank
It-
you.
It's the exact same code and the same thing, but I'll send it anyway.
Okay,
how about the authorization for funding for,
to spend some money for you.
yeah, I might have to get some more signs, I might have to get
Three.
Fresh granola.
Gloves.
400.
Okay,
I may not spend it.
Fresh granola.
So this authorization for spending for
we're done.
bags and various other things, trash bags, gloves.
Gloves.
We have a-
400? If you use it. Yeah, okay, someone please offer,
I'll offer.
second.
Mayor Lincoln?
Thank you. Will authorize commission chairman to spend up to $400 for the
Supplies.
supplies. I forgot to put that on here this time.
That's right.
Allenhurst, oh, I'm sorry, Allenhurst isn't here. Asbury Park,
Yes,
Interlaken.
Yes.
Lock Arbor,
yes,
Neptune,
Yes.
and Ocean.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, we have a scout cleanup with the New Jersey Natural Gas. We are not advertising this. It's a private operation. In terms of cleanup, we try to limit it. It's a focused area. We're gonna be doing certain areas probably near the boat ramp and we'll probably do by the ocean and we'll probably do Interlake. I'm trying to focus on Interlake. So it'll be a word. So we're gonna see what we can do. They wanted to do something on the lake for Clean Water Day. So we're gonna help them out with that. On the Asbury Park oil spill, which I think affects Interlake more than anybody else, and Asbury Park right by the high school. I sent an email again to the folks, and I sent it to the State Department, DEP. I have not gotten a response. But I just sent that out early this week, so we'll see what happens to that. But at least they've been notified that we're not happy with the response we're getting back from the cleanup company, so. And I don't think there's any building going on at the site. But we haven't gone public with it. We haven't gone to the press with it. We probably will. Because that seems to be the only way to get noticed, right? So maybe we'll get the coast involved. Coast was in their first email, but they didn't give us a call and say, what's up? So maybe we have to give them a phone call. So anyway, just one update on that. Yeah.
Did you take a question?
Nope, not yet.
So that was what you wanted to talk about, right? And what I was asking, Don,
Yeah.
is shall we include these people in our ask to include them in our next meeting? So
Yes,
that,
Jeannie, that'd be great.
all right,
Be great.
I have her name and contact information.
Now, here's some good news for Jeannie. Asbury Avenue, the storm drain situation there is a mess. You know, the compliance storm drains, and they got big giant holes in the curb, and all the trash goes right in the lake. I got a call today. They're gonna come out hopefully next week to look at it. We're not sure exactly what day, but they're gonna come out next week and do another inspection. It's gonna be the focus is the curbing, so we get the flow of water into the compliant drains. Other issues with the spillway and all that, we're not dealing with. That's really what we want to eliminate, the trash going into the lake. That's number one.
And on Asbury Avenue?
On
is it
Asbury
near-
Avenue, which is between Oxonian
Oh, okay.
and Bimler.
Oh,
Just-
okay, I wasn't
Right
sure.
by
East of
Mr.
the
Mullins'
Al, it's
house.
east of the Albies, going into Hollywood.
Mr. Mullins will take a camera and make sure there's no trash going by his house. That'll be the leak trash.
So you heard back from him, Don?
What's that mean?
You heard back from the engineer then? You
I
heard?
did. I got a call.
Oh, okay,
I got a call today about 5:15.
great.
So,
Karen,
yep,
actually?
yep. I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
I am getting a
Karen,
kick out of it.
That's
Yeah.
Mr. Walsh, by the way. Mr. Walsh.
Right, Walsh,
Yep, yep.
Dennis,
Walsh. So
Dennis
He's
Walsh.
on. it. He's
Brian
definitely-
added 3 feet to his property with the sediment that's been.
Yeah.
He probably did.
So what did he say they were gonna, Don, what did he say they were gonna do?
Yeah, new bulkhead.
I don't, they're gonna fix the curve, but we
Yeah, fine.
gotta see what exactly what they're gonna do. I don't know that.
Exactly.
Oh, well, they already did a study and a
They didn't do much. but
plan.
They could do it quickly with just asphalt and stop the problem. I mean, and come back with a more definitive, fix like with concrete. So they could fix it tomorrow if they wanted to. Anyway, we're gonna talk next week. Okay, any other old business other than myself? So,
Uh-huh.
okay, we're gonna go to new business. We all missed the Ocean Center Shade Tree Treatment Commission, and we have a representative from the Shade Tree Commission. Patty, would you like to talk a little bit about the trees?
So. there.
Yeah, sit right here, or sit next to me. Yeah, she's gonna be quick, she promised me.
I'll be quick. So I'm with the Shade Tree Commission in Ocean Township. We're starting the 5-year plan for protecting and continuing and improving the forest, Ocean Township forest. We got a DEP grant to hire a planner, which we had the first stakeholder meeting because of scheduling conflicts, and then we were able to come last night. But we had a great representation from different sectors around Ocean Township, from the planning board to the engineer and DPW, everybody was there. But we want to hear from you all. And what we really want to have this not be done in silo. So one of the things we would like, and our planners would like from you, is information on the work that you're putting out to bid for your DEP grant. So we can have that be part of the backdrop of what's going on in Washington Township. And then if there are discussions needed there about maybe things that aren't covered in the grant, that maybe you would like more, let us know. This is the whole point of this. This was a stakeholder listening meeting. So at the very beginning, we can hear from people. So we'd like to know if you have thoughts or things that you care about in Ocean Township that protect deal like, Don and I, drive around this summer and he showed me all his favorite spots and places he'd like to see more trees. We looked at Middlebrook, we looked at a lot of things, and we are reaching out.
Middlebrook was a big one. You mentioned that, right?
We are reaching out to private landowners and folks, and the concept of public-private partnerships, is not off the table. So we're open to really doing whatever we can to put trees where they're needed to prevent flooding, to prevent heat islands, to improve public health, as well as the aesthetics of the town. So one of the things so we need that information from you, anything you can give us, any ideas you can give us, and writing is always appreciated. But there are 6 priorities, and we'd like you as a group or as individuals to put in order of importance for us what these are. I had a nice presentation last night, but now you're going to have to write them down and hear them. But it's the 6 priorities that we want to know how the commission feels about are safety, tree safety, and that doesn't just include limbs falling down. It includes public health and heat islands and flooding. So safety, tree preservation, maintaining the health of the canopy we have, planting, new tree planting, outreach and education. So that would be, that's at a higher level of education. So that's really about building allies and having more people with continuing education credits and building, not siloing and working with partners. Arbor Day activity, which is really a lot of the public facing things that Shade Tree does. And then the very last, how many did I read? How many was that? Was it
That's fine.
5? What is the 6th thing? Obviously, it's not one of my priorities. Preservation, planting,
I didn't print it out for you.
presentation, planting, safety, outreach, Arbor Day. Oh my God. It's in my.
Go for it. Go for
It's
it.
in my.
But when I did the tour with Patty, we had a really nice time going around and looking at certain spots. One was Kentwell Springs, which is the top of the watershed. And it was amazing how beautiful that is. And the water flow is different than I thought. I thought the water flow came down to here to Seaview. It doesn't. It goes the other way to Harvey Brook, which was, so that Harvey Brook's a huge watershed for us. That's why I took her along that stretch to Middle.
Diversification, tree diversification.
Okay, trees.
Yeah, and I'll admit the reason that was diversification was kind of one that I remember is because we always think of diversification anytime there's planning or anything. We always think of that anyway, but it is important, so diversification. So if you guys could rank those,
Yeah, no fruit trees.
well,
We're
that's,
talk- Yeah, you're talking about, a tree canopy. So you're talking trees that are, 30, 40 feet high eventually, right? Is that what you're talking about?
we're talking about anything that gets planted that's a tree in the, in Ocean Township. And sometimes what's appropriate is a smaller tree while you're planting a bigger tree. I mean, sometimes you do a forest and you do it in.
Some people in the community believe an arborvitae is a tree. I don't believe it's a tree. I think it's a bush.
We're really not talking about arborvitaes. We're
I
talking.
know, right.
That's what gathered, but honestly, I'm just gonna gather information from you all and answer any questions you might have to.
No,
Oh, I.
No, it's good. It's a good thing. Now, how long
I
is
do
the
have a
study?
question. Is it for individual yards or just like the
No,
forested
this is-
areas that you
No,
have?
the Shade Tree Commission is for, is all public land in Ocean Township. So it's all the parks, the curved trees, it's anything that's public lands, but we also are concerned about the overall canopy of the entire town. So
Right.
that's why we're thinking, okay, do we need to meet with landlords, of the apartments, for instance, or do we need to meet with shopping center people, or do you need to do we need to start ripping up concrete places and doing agreements with commercial developers and so forth? What's needed and how do we make that happen? That would be a new thing for Ocean Town. It's going to require council's
Sure.
involvement and everything else, but we're trying right now. It's the very beginning of this gathering, so we don't want to box in the ideas.
Well, we wish you luck and we'll help you out the best we can.
Yeah.
Get back to me.
Okay, we can do that.
That'd be great.
I'll send something around with you gave me a checklist. I'll send it around to commissioners and see what our vote is on the priorities. Okay.
Yeah, we're great. And if there's a disagreement, that's okay too. We'll just know these are what the Shade Tree people want.
I'd like to comment, Patty.
Sure.
I just wanted to say, you've probably been in touch with the Asbury Park Shade Tree Commission, have you, or?
I've met them personally,
Uh-huh.
they're doing things, but I have not met with them about this specifically.
Yeah, I just thought, they've been around for a while and they have a pretty large group of people and volunteers. And they may be able to, so you're not having to reinvent the wheel at certain times, things they've already done that they can help you with. And they're very generous with their time. Also, the green team in Asbury Park has been very effective in working with the Shade Tree Commission. And so I'm just suggesting, speak to them, and Tom Pavinsky's, the head.
I've spoken with Tom before, and that's great. I will reach back out to him, and that's a fabulous. idea, So thank you.
One of the observations I've made just driving around and looking out my windows, dead trees. I mean, and who's responsible for them? And some of them are hanging over the street, and you would think that the town would want the homeowner to cut them down, or they cut them down. And, maybe that's something we should look at too.
That's safety. That goes into safety.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, and that is an issue. And we did a partial, one of the parts of things we've done, we had a large grant from GDP, not compared to your grant. I'm loving the numbers you all throwing around.
Yeah.
It's nice. We had a grant and we were able to do a partial inventory with Davies Resource Group for a lot of the trees on public lands. And we know where there's a lot and we need to do a lot more removal. Problem is that we had a problem with budgeting. Where does that money come from? It has been historically lately coming from the tree fund, which is not where we want it to be coming from. So, and a lot of equipment came out of that, shared with Public Works. So now we have this equipment to do a lot of this work. We want to be doing it, but that's one of the things that we as a town need to seriously address.
Steve, do we put trees in the plan? I think trees are in the plan, right? Bushes, grasses, flowers, and we have trees around the infrastructure, the green infrastructure on the project.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've tried to keep it as simple as possible so that, maintenance is not going to be a big issue,
Okay,
but
Right, and now that Ocean Township has water trucks. One of the things that some of the money went for to is we have a water truck now, so I just think it's really important that.
that sounds
Deal Lake
good to know. I didn't know
Commission-
that.
Deal Lake Commission and Shade Tree and the Environmental Commission, that we all talk together and we silo so that we can help support your projects and you can help support the tree canopy and we can work
We'll
together.
remember that for when the planning happens. We might have to use them. That's true. A contractor's gonna be responsible for so
Yeah.
long, and then they're done. So we have a drought situation, we could get the town to help out.
Right, so-
Are you considering gardens or any other kinds of things besides trees?
hey,
Yeah, Shade Tree, we're responsible for canopy, so that's
Canopy.
trees, not that we wouldn't want to have, shade tree, rain garden projects. Done in coordination with what we do, but that's sort of
Yeah.
outside the purview of the Shade Tree Commission. That's more the Environmental Commission, but we created a subcommittee on the Shade Tree Commission that had people from the Planning Board, the Environmental Commission, Public Works, the schools on it, and that's where we got to where we are now. We're holding these large stakeholder meetings and have everyone coordinated. So it's so often towns silo
Great.
everything, nobody communicates, so we're trying to stop that.
Okay,
I promise I'll be brief.
thanks,
Get
thanks.
out of
Lots.
here.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you. Nice meeting
Thank
you
you,
all.
Patty.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you. Doing-
We'll
Thank
definitely be
you.
talking.
Good luck.
She's my neighbor, by the way, so.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry.
Down the street. Sorry. Feel sorry. Yeah,
This is Tom
Okay.
Rowe.
now,
I'm the Ocean OEM as well as Ocean TV. As just to tag on to that, the
Yeah.
meeting was recorded and it is available on the Ocean TV YouTube channel in case you're interested in watching it.
Mr. Mullen's gonna watch it tonight.
Look that up.
What was that? I didn't hear what you said.
Meetings.
The meeting's recorded, the last night's meeting for the Shade Tree.
Oh, okay.
That's great, thank you. On the newsletter, I got a bunch of compliments on our newsletter. I just want to thank Jeannie. I don't know if you heard those compliments. You got a couple of compliments from the
Yeah,
public.
it was good to hear from Jenna, and actually while we were talking here from the Shade Tree Commission, I just thought it was, I was so happy. I told Jenna, I replied to her, she wrote about the newsletter that she was happy about seeing things that in the newsletter about using leaves rather than just, raking them up and getting rid of them, that they can actually serve a really vital purpose. That was in the last newsletter I sent out. But I was thinking, I wrote to her because I'm sure everybody has seen that the wildflowers growing on Asbury Circle and how beautiful that circle has become.
Except for the dead trees, that's a state problem. That's another, she didn't cause that.
No, but I mean, it was such a great use. That circle looks so much better than it did before with
Yep.
straggly trees. And that was her efforts, the efforts of the green team and her efforts. I think just got some help from the county to do
No,
that.
she made some key phone calls and convinced a lot of people, so it was very.
Right.
All
So
right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on now, Jeannie. Now, for the highlight of the night, I think. We're gonna have the OEM representing the sheriff's department. That's Scott. You're there?
yes, he's here.
Good evening, everybody.
Scott,
Can you hear
do
me?
you want to share the screen, Scott, or?
No screen to share right now, but I just talk. So thanks for the
Okay.
introduction. My name is Scott Nielsen. I'm the Emergency Management Coordinator for the County of Monmouth, although the Office of Emergency Management falls under the sheriff's currently. And what I'm here to talk about tonight is, if you might not be familiar, but in 2010, Monmouth County instituted the Shrewsbury River Flood Warning System. That was 6 locations on the Shrewsbury River. With the replacement of the bridge, Rumsden Seabright Bridge, we began to evaluate the system and found that it was kind of end of life. We couldn't find any vendors to service that system. So with the help of Congressman Chris Smith and the Board of County Commissioners, we were awarded a congressional grant for the Emergency Operations Center. We had a lot of projects involved. That grant was about $1.6 million in emergency management upgrades. And we thankfully we came in under budget, and we had some funding to upgrade the Shrewsbury River flood warning system to replace the 6 units and then add 3 additional units. So that project is underway. We're waiting for delivery of the units, expected mid October. Now I know Shrewsbury River and Deal Lake, you're trying to figure out why I'm talking about the Shrewsbury River. I believe me, I know where I am right now. So one of the thoughts process with the towns in the Deal Lake is potentially a phase 3 of the project would be installing an additional sensor on Deal Lake. What this information does is the sensor, which I'll just kind of hold up here, as you can see on the screen. And for reference, that pipe is 2 inches thick, so it's not a big unit. You probably may have not even noticed them. We have them on many bridges throughout the county already, soon to be replaced. But what these do is they give us real-time data by laser or radar, a little above my knowledge, but that shoots down and gives us real-time water height data of the water currently right now only on the Shrewsbury River, which we're looking to expand. That is, there's no power to the unit. It runs off solar. It has a cellular connectivity that we pay for annually that pumps back to a dashboard that we'll be able to see at the sheriff's office, as well as the municipalities participating in the shared service. And then our intention is to share with our partners at Monmouth University, Rutgers University, and the State Climatology Office for real-time data. So what we are looking is, maybe for possible partnership with the Deal Lake Commission to add one of these units. They are pretty costly. They for each location currently under the current price, they're about just under $11,000 a unit. There is an annual fee which we take care of at the county level, as well as the dashboard. But we're looking to add potentially one of these to the Deal Lake area. So that the municipalities surrounding Deal Lake can get this real-time data. Besides just real-time data, it does offer threshold alerts, individualized. So I see my municipal partner, Tom Ruse, on the line here as well. So he can set up customized alerts for water levels and see real-time weather information at that station. So it'll have a wind sensor, rain sensor, humidity sensor, temperature sensor, and real-time water information pumping back into the dashboard through that to make basically informed decision. The ultimate goal is for a responsible party to track. So, hey, at this level of the Deal Lake, at this height water, we have flooding in this location. And we continue to track that and then pump that back to Monmouth University, Rutgers University, so that when we have storms, flooding, that we can kind of anticipate what the water level will be. Also to help the commission essentially see what the current real-time water level is of the Deal Lake. So that's kind of what we're looking for, maybe some support moving forward. And I'll be happy to answer any questions if I didn't cover it.
Any questions?
I have a question. As someone who has been out of their house because of flooding from Deal Lake, so it would help with if we need to evacuate our street too, correct?
Well, so I don't want to misinform you. So it
Okay.
does not do prediction, right? So it's not predicting flooding, but it gives us a real-time current status of the water level. So what's good about that potential, for the Deal Lake is prior to lowering what the water level was at, high tide that, before the event. So it's not going to predict like the Watson Creek flood gauge does and the Sandy Hook flood gauge, which are the two predictions in our area. But it's more about putting real-time data in the hands of both the commission and the surrounding municipalities, emergency managers.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question, Jean Tour. So if it's placed in one part of the lake and the lake is different, heights, how would it determine that it's from place to place or just from one place? How, I'm just trying to
So
understand
it's
how.
not measuring, no problem. It's not measuring depth of the lake. It's
Right.
measuring the height of the water, and the height of the water is the same across the entire
Okay.
area, right? So because it's leveled out essentially. So what you would have one point that we determine the best place of install where it gets good sun, and that would be your reference location. And then over months and years, like we've done for the last 15 years at the Shrewsbury River, we have real-time data of when the lake hits a mean lower level water of 7. This is what we have. Or before they opened the outflows, it was at 7. Now at post outflow, it's at 6.5. So it's not measuring depth. It's measuring basically the distance from the unit to the top of the water, which is giving you real-time information. It is also giving you real-time information of the weather at that station.
Right.
And as everyone's seen, for tragic events throughout the country, having that real-time data to set thresholds is, and I'm sure Tom might want to chime in, but that if you're at a 7, that the roads are flooded at curb height. If you're at an 8, roads are flooded at stoop height. So that kind of information.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I know
exactly.
that same kind of what you showed looks like what I see when I'm out sailing on the water, that same type of satellite weather reporting system.
Yeah, so the company that was awarded the bid, Fonders, they do buoys type systems. They're very similar layout, obviously, except they're not fixed mounted shooting down. They're floated in the system.
Right.
The good thing about this system as compared to the current system that we have that we are replacing is every part on here is user changeable. They're installed by us. So we don't have to hire that vendor at the annual reoccurring cost. There will be a little bit of maintenance, replacing a backup battery, and maybe a solar panel gets broken. But the shared service that's currently in effect till 2029 for those municipalities. There's several municipalities that annually contribute $1,500 a year to maintain the Shrewsbury River flood warning system. What we're looking to do here, with the support of the commissioner, the county commissioners, the sheriff, and congressman, is to expand that to additional places that are prone to flooding throughout Monmouth County.
I got a question, Scott.
Sure.
You talk about the installation over in Shrewsbury. When is that going to happen?
So it will probably happen about 2 days after they arrive. We are patiently awaiting because, as you know, it is hurricane season. We currently have units installed, so it's in a direct replacement essentially. And kind of explain it is on the, for example, on the side of the Shrewsbury, Seabright Bridge, it's clamped onto the outer side of the guardrail with our name on it. It says in case of emergency contact Monmouth County OEM. It's a very simple install. So I would hope to have the first unit installed by November 1st. And then weather permitting, I would hope to have the rest of the units installed of the 9 units. Well, let me correction, the 6 replacement units installed before the first of the year, and then the 3 additional units locations are still kind of pending, although we have been mulling over potentially Deal Lake, Lake Tackanassie, Fletcher Lake, maybe one in the Bayshore area to kind of broaden our response. We haven't nailed down the new locations because the replacement units is much simpler than the adding the new units.
I think Asbury might be interested in Wesley Lake, but I'll be honest with you. That might be.
Yeah, I mean, again, the
Fletcher
goal
Lake
for
is, there's a lot more damage done on Wesley Lake than Fletcher Lake, so
Yeah.
just to let you know.
the goal for us is to continue this annually, right? So, this is a big financial burden right now to get the current 9 units, but each year potentially add an additional unit to the system and kind of be able to bring that information online.
Here's what I think. I mean, I've been doing this for 13 years, right? Watching the lake rise and go down and controlling the gates. And the big benefit I see of this is the rate of rise, which, with that September 29th storm, 2023, that was one scary storm. I physically watched the lake rise. Luckily, I was able to get outside and see it. It wasn't lightning bolts per se. But in those cases, these flash storms we have of 3 or 4 inches with lightning, it'd be nice to sit at home and watch a computer screen with the information from your sensor. So I do see a huge benefit from it. But I personally, I like to see more of it when you get them installed. I mean, I would be an advocate for it on Deal Lake. Personally, I'm not sure what the other commissioners are thinking. But my gut feeling is I think we're kind of would be on board with we verify it, but what's the Reagan used to say?
Trust but verify.
Trust but verify. So we like to see the actual functioning of the units. And I think maybe we can work with you guys on getting one into the basin. We could maybe possibly think about putting it in our budget for next year.
And I think one of the benefits which will be beneficial is all the municipalities surrounding you, their emergency managers will also have access to that data.
Sure.
Which allows them to make an informed decision. And also, you will know on September 29th what your level was and, how fast it rose, as you said, and the ability for a person who's an emergency manager looks at the weather 400 times a day to set thresholds to alert you at a certain level that, hey, I gotta see what's going on here. So that, that's a benefit. And again, I'm sure there's more benefits than you can.
I don't know if you know, but Tom Rue's a critical part of our team. All the OEMs now we're all on a communication link with WhatsApp, and we do talk a lot when the rains are coming.
Scott, did you say what the cost of the unit is?
Yeah, so to add a unit on the system, the current cost right now is $10,662.48. Obviously, with the climate of the world, the price has been fluctuating, but generally that's how much each station is.
Scott, I'm just curious, are you in communications with Wesley Lake, the people in Wesley Lake?
So right now you are the first one. We have had the most relationship with the Deal Lake Commission and the emergency managers around that area to express that need. I know the sheriff has a good working relationship with the chairman here and, with patrolling the Deal Lake. So that was our initial step. Each municipality is a little different and their partnership. So right now we are at the 9 units that the county has purchased, and then you're the first meeting. Although I should say that all the 53 municipalities, emergency managers have been briefed on this and are aware of this project. So whether they've expressed interest or not, each municipality is a little different.
Yeah.
The initial cost is all we'd have to pay. The annual maintenance is 100% the county OEM.
Yeah, so the connectivity fee, which is the data service, right now is picked up by the county, and the integration into the system, yes, correct, through the grant.
What is the average useful life of each system?
I'm sorry.
What is the average useful life of each device before
So the current devices were installed in 2010 and we're replacing them now. So 15
Okay.
years. To be honest with you, we probably could have spent a decent amount of money, maybe 50 grand in replacing parts. But the technology 15 years ago versus now, we didn't see it really worthwhile to do that. So the current system that we have gives us real-time data, but no alerting. The current system also sends it over radio signal. The new system will send it over cellular and has an option, although we didn't get that option for connectivity, to do a Starlink satellite type connectivity. So the system is end of life, which exists right now. The good part is our partners at Rutgers and Monmouth University who analyze that data are well engaged for me to share the data with them, and they've reached out many times to get them turned on. So
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
If I may share, Scott stole a lot of my thunder, but it's important to get those thresholds that we kind of, we kind of know what they are right now by Don's experience and observations, but getting actual physical data that we can work with would be
Right.
very, very useful.
It's recorded, which is great. And we write things down, times we open the gates and things like that. But the actual measurement of the height of the lake and things like that, we do not have that accurate measurement. So yeah, that'd be a big benefit. So, okay. We'll take it under advisement, Scott. Can we get back to you at the beginning of the year? And if you can, when they come in, can you give us a call, and maybe Tom and I can go inspect them, and any commissioners will offer to come along with us?
yeah, absolutely. So like I said, our first plan for the first install, which is the unit is not, we have 2 units not functioning. One, because they're tearing the bridge down, which is the Seabright Rumson Bridge. So that will be the first install. 2, we have one at the I believe it's the Patton Avenue Bridge in Long Branch that has a bad battery and is not reporting data anymore. So our goal is to get those 2 online as soon as possible. Once we have those 2 online, we'll be able to, share the data, and I'll pass it along. And then the goal is to hustle up and replace the other ones.
One of the coolest things I can think of this doing for us is when we have a large ocean surge, northeast storm, we can actually measure the height of the lake rises. We guess we're saying 2 or 3 inches. Obviously for Sandy, that was a lot more. But it would be nice to have an accurate reading, and I think this would give it to us. Is that correct, Scott?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. You'll be able to basically log in. And when I say real time, I probably mean, within a few minutes. I don't think it's instantaneous. It does have to process data. So a minute or 2, probably. I don't have the refresh rate, but I can tell you it's definitely under 15 minutes, probably. It's probably even faster than that. I imagine it's literally, probably a minute or 2 when you see the data.
Scott, does it measure rain also?
I have to, off the top of my head, let me look at my paperwork. I don't remember if it has a rain gauge on it or not.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I thought I think you said that when you were.
So it measures barometric pressure, air temperature, humidity, wind. I have to look. I believe it does have a rain gauge. I don't want to misspeak if it has a rain gauge, or if it tells me if it's raining. I don't want to misspeak there.
Oh,
I'm 99% sure it's a rain gauge.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think
You let us know about that when you find out, okay?
that would kind of be critical.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. I think it's got a tip bucket on it. I just don't want to misspeak.
Okay.
And while you're talking for a minute, I'll kind of look at the here, hold on.
If
Oh, yeah,
it's-
it does have has air temperature, humidity, pressure, rainfall, and wind sensor. Yep.
Great. Good.
So I guess on behalf of the commission, I want to thank you for coming on, and we're definitely interested. We don't have it budgeted for this year, but we definitely could look at it for next year. And I think we need, hands, sight on hand, visible road trip. Yeah. And check it.
Definitely. And so our next steps for me, I think, if it's okay with you, once we get the first 1 or 2 online and we get them calibrated, We will send some screenshots and some information
Sure.
and photos of the install. And then if Don wants to send them out, that's up to you. And if you want to even, I don't know how the licensing works yet to get everyone logged in, but to get you a user account, so maybe you can temporarily see the
Oh, okay.
data.
That'd be
Again,
cool.
I haven't been in the dashboard myself yet, but I'm told it's pretty user friendly.
Do the OEMs get involved? Or do you have all the OEMs in the linked up?
So all the OEMs that are part of the shared service right now, the municipalities will be involved, and then our goal is to add more. So that's basically how that works.
Okay,
Um,
great.
Scott, who makes them?
So the company that we purchased them from is a company called Fonderist Environmental. The actual units itself is called the NexSense, NEXSENS. I did send this information to Don in an email with hundreds of pages of all the spec sheets and stuff. So if you wanted more information, I'm sure he could flip.
I'm going to pass it around to everybody.
Okay.
I'll send it out. Okay, thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. So, next, we'll do the public. Let's do the public.
Oh,
1 second. 1 second.
Jeannie has more business.
No. What? Any more new business? Sorry.
I just have a question. Has the Deal Lake Commission certification agreement that expired in 2024, has that been recertified by all 7 towns?
We're still waiting for Asbury
Asbury
Park.
Park has not sent in the paperwork. We saw it on video.
You saw what on video?
The certification was done on video.
What,
The mayor told me he certified it.
they certified it?
And they
Yes,
never sent
we
the
never got the
agreement.
paperwork.
Okay. So do you know when that was? When
I can say almost exactly, January 15th. It was the day before a commission meeting.
recertified January 15th, they signed it?
It was
Around there.
around that
It was
date.
Right before our first
right
meeting
before
of the year.
first meeting.
And you didn't get it back from them?
Why don't you look at the minutes from their January meetings to see
It
if
was
it's.
in-
It's in the meeting.
within the-
It's in the
within
the-
meeting.
Okay.
Certified that. I verified that.
But they didn't send back the signed agreement
And you sent something out to them again, you
a
said, right?
couple times, and then I had it hand delivered.
Okay. So I had asked if you would send me whatever you
Sure.
bring them, so I can personally handle that to them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I missed one thing. Carol sent me a beautiful article on goats.
On
Okay, it's
goats?
not the greatest of all time either.
On go.
It was literally goats eating invasive
Knotweed. And poison ivy.
and poison ivy. And just
You can hire companies that
Yeah.
will bring the goats in.
correct.
Really?
Rhinebeck goats. So I do a lot of work in Spring Lake, Seagirt area, and
We just did it, Seeger.
the people in Seagirt hired a
Yeah, I did
Rhinebeck
that.
goat company.
We did that with them, yeah.
So I don't know how effective it was or not,
Oh,
but
speaking, it's great. They're working. They've been there for about 3 weeks.
I mean, do they like eradicate the weeds or is it just?
They eat
up and down?
everything except the tree trunk.
Okay,
Will they eat the roots?
Yeah,
so then we will come back or it'll come back a lot less?
come back a lot less.
Okay.
As far as we know.
Carol, could you
I thought-
research that
I
for
thought
us?
maybe I would reach out to the person.
I'll give you
That'd be
the
great.
councilwoman's
Okay.
name.
What
Yeah.
do they eat? Why are they?
All the,
They eat poison ivy, and the knotweed they're always cutting, cutting out during the cleanups. Very difficult, super invasive species. But I thought it was kind
So
of
they eat
an
grass?
offbeat
Yes.
No.
idea.
The big poison ivy and knotweed are the biggies around the other.
Crabgrass, they eat crabgrass?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
why, you wanna go
Everybody
there?
separate.
Literally
crabgrass from
everything.
grass?
You wanna go?
Okay.
Anyway, I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you could report back next month.
Okay.
Going
Okay.
And wait, I have one more,
They're gonna
I have
do
one
all
more
this.
thing that I
They're
found,
gonna
I thought
do
was
it.
really nice.
Oh, it's great.
One second.
This was in this little Monmouth magazine, and it was a really lovely article about the Urban Coast Institute at Monmouth University, and also Clonet, and about Dr. Adolph. And Jeannie, I can pass this on to you. Maybe you can put some of this information in the newsletter.
Yeah, that'd be
And
great.
they talk specifically about Clonet's work on Deal Lake.
Wow.
Yeah, good. Yes,
Very nice article.
please do send it.
Okay. I'll drop it off at your house.
Oh,
There's a guy diving in Deal Lake. He's diving somewhere. Okay, very good. Let's open it up for the public hearing, please.
A motion to open the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, we got a public, we got public here. Hold on. I'm gonna do in person first. Jay, would you like to talk?
Yes, the question is what's the location of that?
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry.
name?
Jay Boyd, I live in, West Islanders. With Don, someone near Don. What's the location of that oil spill?
Oil spill was at the corner between Fourth and Fifth, I believe. It's the old Fisher's Bakery, you know well. It's between the Sunset Plaza and the old Hogue Building, that complex.
What's the place?
It was a state.
Agent.
Yeah.
Who cleaned it up?
The owner cleaned it up on site, and there was an overseeing company for the DEP that was overseeing the operation. They cleaned, guys. They cleaned our storm scepter up multiple times, took oil out of there, but they really didn't go downstream. And I believe there's still oil going into the lake every time it rains from the pipe.
There has been for years.
Yeah, it's been going on for years. And a lot of the oil ended up in Air Lake and right over here and in Asbury Park along the shore.
But that oil's coming from a pipe in Asbury Park.
It was not a pipe. It was three.
Storm sewer, right?
The
Yes,
ground,
it
yeah.
started right at Fourth Avenue. It started at Fourth
Okay.
and went, I'm sorry,
Oil
Fifth and came this way.
We had we had a lot of rain and the water table was very high and the oil was actually pushing up out of the ground and going directly down the storm sewer that was right on the southern corner of the property.
And it's been doing that for.
Yeah,
almost
they
a
were oil
decade.
tanks. They were huge oil tanks.
They removed 3 enormous oil tanks.
Hmm.
And we have pictures of it.
That removal was recent or years ago? When
No,
Within the last 2
about-
years, within the last.
Yeah, a
2 years.
year and a half, 2 years
Year and a
ago.
half ago. It was in March of 2024. Wasn't that?
We had our MTD there.
Yeah.
We had the MTD we placed in the year before, saved the day. That
That
captured a
gave us proof.
dramatic amount of oil.
Yeah.
Except during a heavy rainstorm where it bypassed it. So they came directly. Yeah. Thanks. Any other questions? Okay. Anybody online? No?
There's no one else.
Okay, motion
To close the public hearing.
to. Oh,
Second,
You don't like it?
all in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, we're gonna do Commissioner's Minute. We'll start with Eric.
Well,
You got 1 minute. Maybe 2.
I'd like to congratulate this commission again for their perseverance of getting that grant for clean water for Seaview Square. And, I've been by there a million times and I know exactly those retention basins that are there.
Yeah.
And you would never think there was a problem. So apparently there has been, and the Deal Lake Commission's going to solve that. So congratulations.
Start this off. I think we start this
Thank you.
off.
Mitigate.
Mitigate. Carol?
I used goats.
Go. Greatest of all time, Carol. There you go. Jeannie, what you got?
I just want to make sure our meeting is October 16th, right? Next meeting?
Yes,
Okay.
If I survive my
If it's
wife's
the-
birthday.
it's the 3rd.
Uh-huh.
That's correct.
Yes.
That's correct.
Thank you.
And the November meeting, as everybody knows,
We don't have.
we don't have. So just to let you know. In December, it's the 4th, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Oh, it's not right, December 4th.
Right.
December
already.
December 4th.
Don't talk
I know.
about December.
Just, you know, the municipal conference?
I just talked about
No.
Christmas.
Who else we got?
Oh,
Margaret?
I did have one thing to add.
Go
That
ahead.
you remember Josh was at the last meeting and he spoke about bringing pamphlets and cards with our QR code to sign up to the newsletter. And so he did that. They had a day where they set up tents and people were going around to learn about different things going on in the area. And Josh was doing that. So
Oh, he's doing it Saturday. It's Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. So he's so anyway, just to let you know, we're being the information is getting out to the community about the work that we're doing.
Okay.
I also saw Josh fishing things out of the,
Add the phone.
out of the flow
Yeah.
the other day.
Yeah.
You keep track of that for the grant.
Right,
You should
right.
keep track of all that.
In kind. work.
Well, that's really, Steve, you're doing that, right? You keeping track of the events we're doing, Steve?
No, I'm not keeping track of it. You
Uh-huh.
guys have a spreadsheet and you need to, like, for this upcoming, cleanup. It's just important to establish how many people were there, the number of hours. It doesn't have to be, laser precise.
Right.
But no, that's up to you guys to do that,
We're
really.
gonna have to gather our information and put it down in writings, because I'm doing a little bit, but I'm not doing it all. So we need some volunteers to do that, and
Mhm.
and we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of our stuff ends up on our website and Facebook page, so it's archived there
Right.
too.
Right, correct.
Right. But I mean, the problem is, a lot
have
of,
to get a
the
format.
load falls then on, on Jesse to
Oh.
track, when we have to report this stuff back to the state. I mean, we should be doing that on a quarterly basis, or,
Steve,
it snowballs.
You did a form. Can you do a format for us so we can fill it in like a spread? You did something already.
Yeah, I'll send you the spreadsheet again. I'll
Send
send it.
it to me again. We'll keep that up. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
Maybe, you know what, is that something we can post, and then we'd have access to it? To, online, the commissioners as.
I think the problem with that, Jeannie, is that you have to have like one form that's
Right.
being tracked, because if you have multiple forms,
Yes.
then
No,
that becomes a
Why don't
headache.
we do this? Why don't we update that form every meeting? Let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Just make it an
Let's
agenda
let's
item.
make it an agenda item. How about that?
Yeah,
Agenda
yeah,
item.
because, every single meeting, like,
We'll check. We'll
We'll be
check.
able to do
right.
that.
I can
Put
send
it
it.
out for the month, then we
Yeah.
can come up with it.
Yeah, and
Thanks.
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Do it
Right.
every meeting. I was just gonna say, have a worksheet on, you could, those are easy to do. I
Right,
do
right.
it. I have parties. Who's
Once
gonna?
Steve, gets it ready, I'll take it and send it to everybody and make sure we have it
Yeah.
updated. Okay.
I'll
Margo, what
resend
you
that
got?
to you. That's not a problem.
Margo?
Hi, Clean Ocean Action Beach Sweep is Saturday, October 18th, 9 to 12:30. If you know anybody who needs credit for school or volunteer services, please like spread the word. A lot of times people don't come to Lock Harbor or Allenhurst, they go to Asbury Park. Asbury gets like 800 volunteers and we get 3, so. And also I was gonna say there's a lot of litter right now, like around Lock Harbor. It's very, very frustrating. But my mind is, I'm very interested in this flooding warning system. That really sounds very good to me, so.
Interesting. It is
Mhm.
interesting. By the way, I found a big pile of trash walking today through Lock Harbor.
Oh, it's terrible. It's.
But I know where it's all
remember
at.
the
It's in one spot.
commercials?
It's in
Yeah.
one spot.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna make sure the kids get it on the 11th.
Thank
I
you.
didn't have a big, I needed a bag. I had 2 hands. So,
Yes, if the Boy Scouts could help on the 11th in Lock
Yeah.
Harbor, that would be the greatest.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
How did it
Who am
look?
I missing?
How did it
Anybody?
look after the festival?
They're still in the cleanup stage because they're not done. They're
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
tomorrow, I'm sure gonna walk through. The thing that bothered me the most today was the little plastic tie downs. They're all.
Yes, they just
clip
cut them and
they're all
drop
over the
them.
place. So
Mhm.
they're gonna go in the lake.
We had 3 inches of rain, so I must have moved some stuff.
There was an inch of rain, or a little under an inch of rain last night.
We got 3 inches.
Where? When?
Yesterday, all day,
That's a lot. I didn't get that much.
3 inches. We have a little rain thing
Oh.
back here.
Okay. Not in Deal Lake. Only had one.
No.
Anyway,
Neptune.
so my little 1 minute is, I took a boat ride around the lake the other day. But I also enjoyed the festival from the lake. The last band, my son picked me up, Ubered me home, but we stayed at about a half an hour, 45 minutes, listening to the band and fireworks. And it was just a joy going home on the lake.
Blink 182.
Blink 182. And then
Mhm.
the fireworks began. We saw the people leaving. We saw the Blink bus going out. But the cool thing was going back home was the fish. There was fish all over the place jumping,
Oh,
hitting our boats, and it was nuts. So the lake was alive, even though it was calm as can be.
Do they like the music or?
I don't know. And then we got in the back, when we got past Barco, we had herons and egrets in the trees watching us. It was wild. I mean, it was very, very nice. As you want a boat ride on Deal Lake in the fall, go slow and enjoy the view. So, all right, that's all I got. Motion to adjourn.
I'll offer.
Second,
Interlocutor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, thanks for everybody coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.